on this season of Untangled Faith.
Toxic loyalty is not called for. That's a cult trait. But loyalty, I got your six, is a character trait.
In 2011, my husband Nathan applied for a job at the Lampo Group, Dave Ramsey's company.
We were just so excited and we were just hoping to be chosen.
In this season, I tell the whole story, starting with that hopeful beginning, to the point where we started questioning if things really were as good as we desperately wanted them to be. In addition to telling our story, I've invited several other guests to join us over the next several months.
Sometimes people come to reporters when they're really angry, and the anger fuels them. And sometimes people come because they are very sad or disappointed. It's less driven by that anger and more longer-term thought, because they know what's going to cost them.
We'll talk about whether listening to accounts like this is failure porn, and what the value might be in listening to stories of church hurt, spiritual abuse, and institutional failure.
Are we taking in these stories to learn from them, or are we taking them in for just like titillation purposes because they're salacious?
You can probably tell a difference when you see reporting done by somebody who understands what's happening and somebody who doesn't.
There's a lot of insider baseball. This is like covering everything from the NFL to lacrosse.
And I think that's one of the things that's so interesting about Mars Hill is I think a lot tends to focus on we didn't mean to be part of this. We didn't want to hurt anyone. And that's true. But what was the impact?
You'll get to hear how we went from hopeful to fearful to heartbroken.
I was afraid, but the cost to really see that it's unhealthy was too high.
There's not a lot you won't do. You know, when you think you're the good guy and the ends justify the means, no one thinks they're the bad guys.
Yeah, that's the whole everyone's the hero of their own story.
What you can hear from this is, we got your six. And we expect reciprocation. It's mandatory. You either firm me or you again me.